Is Red Bull accusing Mercedes of cheating? As the Formula One circus kicked off its testing extravaganza in Bahrain, all eyes fixated on the Silver Arrow's groundbreaking front-wing debut. The Brackley outfit has set tongues wagging with its staring interpretation of the regulations, unveiling an audaciously tweaked front-wing design aimed at harnessing the elusive Y250 vortex phenomenon. It features the top flap linked to the nose cone through a solitary carbon wire, sparking intrigue and debate across the paddock. This innovative approach promises to revolutionize airflow dynamics, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of the sport. When asked about it, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff confidently said, "The wing is legal because it was designed under the supervision of the FIA." The key to Mercedes' innovative design lies in Article 3.9.1 of the technical regulations, which meticulously oversees the design parameters of the wing flaps. By honing in on this specific regulation, Mercedes has found the loophole that enables their groundbreaking design to flourish. It reads, "The rearmost point of every closed section must be visible when viewed from below, with the exception of the rearmost closed section. The rearmost point of every closed section must not be visible when viewed from above." In Formula One, pushing the boundaries of innovation is par for the course, and it's no shocker that teams are leaving no stone unturned in their quest for a competitive edge. Yet as Mercedes boldly ventures into uncharted regulatory territory with its wing design, the FIA has grappled with a conundrum. While the wing technically meets the letter of the law, there's a palpable unease about its implications for the sport's cherished quote-unquote spirit of the regulations, particularly concerning the disruptive turbulence it could generate. Formula One's top technical authority, Pat Symonds, has given the green light to Mercedes' avant-garde wing design. He concedes that Mercedes' bold foray into front-wing innovation treads a fine line. While the design technically complies with the rulebook, Symonds raises a cautionary flag, suggesting it might not quite align with the sport's ethos. With Symonds hinting at potential intervention from the FIA, the stage is set for a high-stakes showdown between regulation and innovation in the world's most prestigious racing series. He told F1 TV, "I think what is interesting is that in Article 3, which really dictates how the aerodynamic shapes are produced, it's very clear in the opening statement that the aim of the rules is to ensure we get this close following. So really, when you start to get things that are perhaps producing some outwash, and here I think what we're seeing is really trying to reinstate quite a strong vortex to push that very turbulent air that is coming from the front wheels to try to push it aside. One question then, is that really within the spirit of the rules? It's within the regulations. It's within the letter of the law. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Is it the sort of thing we want? Well, I don't know. That's perhaps a bit more debatable, but I think we need to know really how strong is the effect. The FIA now have a very good aerodynamic group, the group that used to work for me, that are capable of looking at these things and saying, yeah, actually, there's nothing wrong with that. Or, no, hang on, this is starting a trend we don't really want to see. They will have seen that. There's a delicate balance between innovation and adherence to the sport's evolving ethos. The resolution of this high-stakes inquiry looms large, with ramifications reverberating across the Formula One ecosystem. The verdict holds the power to redefine the developmental playbook for all teams, possibly influencing the trajectory of Formula One engineering in the foreseeable future. Pit lane insider Ted Kravitz lauds the move as nothing short of brilliance, recognizing Mercedes' strategic mastery in navigating the complex web of Formula One regulations. He said, "It is a genius move, so credit to John Owen, the designer here, who has come up with that bit of magic on the front wing. Hats off to their aero team. It's such a lovely idea." The wing may be grabbing headlines, but Mercedes' overhaul of the W15 extends far beyond just aerodynamics. With eyes firmly fixed on narrowing the gap to Red Bull following a winless campaign last year, every aspect of the car has undergone meticulous re-engineering. But as George Russell trails 1.6 seconds behind, albeit on the opening morning of testing, doubts linger. Has Mercedes' extensive revamp done enough to reclaim their dominance? Kravitz added, "Had they just stood still and developed what was an okay car, they got to the point where they could do some bits with it at the end of the year, then that would have been alright. But they had to find a second per lap. Now that's the big question for me. Is this Mercedes a second per lap quicker than last year's Mercedes? Well, John Owen, the designer, will certainly hope so. The idea is with his front wing and trying to recreate the Y250 vortex. That's the middle section, to try and get the air inside, through those front wheels. It's a nice idea. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Are the rest of the things going to work as well? We will find out. Reports suggest that legendary designer Adrian Newey has teased an intriguing revelation regarding a particular innovation on the revamped Mercedes W15. But the specifics of this mysterious development remain shrouded in secrecy, with Newey keeping his cards close to his chest. Andrew Benson of the BBC said, Newey said at his car's launch that there was an innovation on the Mercedes that he found interesting, although he would not reveal what it was. The suspicion is that he was referring to the front wing design. In the wake of Lewis Hamilton's seismic decision to depart Mercedes for arch rivals Ferrari, Toto Wolff faced inquiries about whether he wished Hamilton had taken a closer look at Mercedes' 2024 Challenger before finalizing his departure. The unexpected move not only sent shockwaves through the paddock, but also sparked a frenetic scramble in the driver market, setting the stage for a tantalizing chapter in Formula One's storied rivalry. While official confirmation of Hamilton's departure came at the outset of February, insider sources suggest that the 7-time world champion had already made his momentous decision prior to laying eyes on or experiencing Mercedes' W15 on the simulator. Despite the deafening silence surrounding his motivations for the blockbuster switch, speculation continues to swirl within the Formula One fraternity. Toto has found himself in the hot seat, facing a barrage of inquiries about Hamilton's move, most often from Sky F1's Ted Kravitz on the opening day of preseason testing in Bahrain. I think he's taken his decision over the winter to join Ferrari, and there's benefits of keeping it to yourself and then deciding maybe at a later stage, Wolff said. But then also, if you have set your mind and you are sailing, that's okay. When asked if he thinks the W15 can finally overthrow Red Bull, Toto answered, Can't say. We know we have a big mountain to climb. When you have a car out of the blocks like Red Bull have with these new regulations, catching them up is very, very difficult. We can't really see yet a picture of performance. In a huge revelation, Lewis Hamilton has revealed that Mercedes dismissed his concerns as wrong during his prelude to the winless 2023 Formula One season. The British racing icon endured a challenging campaign, failing to clinch a single race victory, while Max Verstappen asserted dominance en route to a third consecutive championship title. Hamilton's admission shines a light on the complexities of elite motorsport, underscoring the delicate balance between driver feedback and technical performance in the pursuit of Formula One glory. In the latest installment of Netflix's gripping series Drive to Survive, Lewis Hamilton peels back the curtain on his tumultuous relationship with Mercedes. With unreserved candor, Hamilton reveals that his misgivings about the Mercedes car were apparent from day one, but upon voicing his concerns, the Silver Arrows met his apprehensions with dismissiveness, further exacerbating the strain on their partnership. Hamilton's candid reflections provide a rare glimpse into the inner workings of Formula One's most dominant team. According to him, this is how he talked to Mercedes. I remember complaining to the team and being like, look, we have to make these changes. Otherwise, this is the trajectory we're going to go on, and this is where we're going to end up. Please do something about it. I remember they said, we know what we're doing, you're wrong, and that was definitely an interesting moment. I was like, okay, I'll step back, don't want to step on anybody's toes. Then when we got into the season, then we spoke again. Oh, maybe you were right. What do you think? With the W15 looking more promising by the minute, will Lewis Hamilton come to regret leaving Mercedes? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.